Aloha, this is Evan Harlow with Coldwell Banker Island Properties on Maui. And today I'm going to continue with my Wailea condo overview series, taking a look at Wailea Ekahi. Now, Wailea Ekahi was one of the first condo complexes built in Wailea in the late 70s. Its name actually means one in the Hawaiian language. That's what Ekahi means. And it's certainly one of the top condo complexes there, especially for those looking to stay under 2 million or around the 2 million range right now. That's kind of what a nice 1-bed 2-bath with ocean views going for. With the studios and the 1-bed 2-bath non-ocean view units go for a little bit less, 1.5, low 1 million range. There's a lot of different options in there. Right now, inventory is pretty tight. It's kind of stayed that way. There hasn't been a lot of units in the market in a while. There's 2 active listings and 1 pending. In the last year, there have been 24 total transactions in there. Something around 294 units in the complex as a whole. And just like any other complex in Wailea, it does really well as a rental. 85-90% occupancy is pretty much what you're expecting, depending on how much you're using the unit too, if you're the owner. But these units are fee simple. You could buy them, rent them out, and generate some significant revenue in the process. A couple of other reasons I really love Ekahi is it's walking distance to everything in Wailea, even beyond the beach. You can walk down to the shops at Wailea. You can walk to South Kihei, down the Cam 3. They've got great amenities, a couple of pools, and the nice new pavilion area is a nice feature. And obviously they do really well as an investment, and they've appreciated significantly, as has just about everything here in the last couple of years. But beyond that, even before the boom, these were appreciating really well. And kind of just getting back to a normal level of appreciation in there right now, with those 3 active listings and 2 active and 1 pending. But we'll go to the website and I'll give you just kind of an overview, some images of the complex and kind of where it's located, and answer some of those questions I've had over the years about Ekahi. So here we are at Wailea Ekahi, and I started doing these videos with these overviews of the complexes because I was having clients who reaching out to me online and asking me about complexes, and I just found it was easier to do kind of a screen share with them and go over the complex while I could show them visually what to expect and give them some coordinates. There's a lot of people that have come and stayed in Wailea a few times. Maybe they stayed at a resort, they stayed at a Grand Wailea or the Condos or somewhere, but we're looking to purchase a unit and maybe had not been on the Ekahi grounds or on another complex's grounds. And so that's kind of where I came up with this concept. So I built my website to make the learning process of these complexes easier. And I consider that one of my biggest roles as a realtor is to educate my clients about the, what's out there, what their options are, and where a good buy is versus where not as good of a buy might be. So back to Ekahi. We're here on the page, and I'll take you over to Google Maps, give you the bird's eye view of where Ekahi is here in Wailea. So right here is kind of where Kihei ends and Wailea begins. And we've got these complexes: Wailea Kai, Kavakapu Beach, all those extremely nice luxury homes down there. Palms of Wailea, Wailea Palms, and then right here is Wailea Ekahi, right next to Malohia and what is now the Ondas. So looking at the grounds, you can see we've got this nice big green belt here. So anybody staying up here in the top part of the complex can still walk down through the grass to have beach access. Kavakapu is one of the best beaches on the island, in my opinion. You know, it's a really long, big stretch of beach. It's, you know, almost as long, or maybe even as long as Kaanapali Beach, but just way less dense. You know, there's just not as many people. There's not as many, I guess, units available for rent in the immediate vicinity, like there is in Kaanapali, right on the beach. Great diving out there on Keavakapu. This little point right here, there's all kinds of cool things to see. Out here you've got St. Anthony's Rick for the divers to go check out. Coming into Ekahi, you've got a couple different entrances depending on where your unit is. And obviously the back half of the complex doesn't get quite the views that the front half of the complex gets just from where it's located. These down here in the front row are some of the most coveted units in the complex, so they have really nice ocean views from the upstairs units. Some of these over here get some nice ocean views, and you can even get them from here, kind of looking out, and a few of those do too. You've got multiple pool areas. We've got 4 in total. You've got the nice big new one down here with the pavilion, and then you've got these other pools kind of spread around, you know, smaller pools for, you know, a little barbecue or hanging out. But so yeah, if you're looking at Ekahi right now, the inventory is, you know, there's not a whole lot, but what is on the market is really nice. So right now this unit, 29F, it's definitely one of the nicest units in the complex. This view is incredible. It's in a great location in there. Got the palms and you got the ocean. Got this nice big lanai up there, very close to the pool. That was a recent remodel, and it's got split air conditioning. Ekahi wasn't built with central air conditioning, so the units that do have air conditioning, which isn't all of them, not everybody needs air conditioning there. The breeze is really nice, but it's nice to have it when you want it. And so it's nice to have, you know, some split air conditioning. That's a common upgrade that you see in there. 22E is under contract right now. That was another nice 1-bed, 2-bath upstairs ocean view unit. Some of these pictures in this listing give you a really nice idea of, you know, the new pavilion pool area and just how close you are to the beach. I mean, that's kind of the dream, to just walk from the unit barefoot out there, go on the beach, go for a walk, go for a sunset, hang out session, play some spike ball, hang out with the family, and then just walk back to the unit and make dinner on your lanai. They have recently banned barbecue grills there because it is a wood building, so no more barbecuing in the lanai, but there are barbecues at the pools. Now this unit 40D is active on the market right now, and this is, you know, July 27th, 2022. So, you know, I don't know how long this is going to be in the market. It has been popular because it has such a nice remodel. Doesn't have the views. I've been in the unit. It has a little bit of a view, but you know, it's not enough to call. And you can see here what the prices have done in the last few years, and these are the average prices, so this covers all the floor plans. And a lot of nice units have sold in the last year, and obviously the market has gone up quite a bit, but from 21 to 22 that price kind of stayed the same, but this year a couple of really high-end units have sold in the closer to 2 million range, so that's driven up the average price on this chart. The average price per square foot since 2022 is up 32%. Another overview there. And as I mentioned earlier, you know, this is one of 3 complexes that were built around the same time by the same developers in the 70s and early 80s. And over here is Ilua, and Ilua is just down the beach path there. This is actually kind of where the beach path starts in front of the Andaz. And there's one active unit in Ilua right now, and they just did a price reduction down to, I think, 2.9 was their reduction. I'll show you that unit. These are a little bit closer to the water, and it's a little bit smaller complex. And it's not showing in here. here's the units. So it's a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,269 square foot unit for $2.95. Nice ocean views. This one's towards the back of the complex. Has a nice update. It originally came in the market at 3.25, and you know, I think everybody kind of agreed that was overpriced. Obviously, the market said it was overpriced because no one purchased it for that price, and now the reduction should bring some interest onto that unit. And so I'm just going to get us back on the Ekahi page. So back to Ekahi. Yeah, price per square foot's up. Everything in here. Take a look at the map. You can see we've got 2 tennis courts. We've got the beach pavilion. We've got the 4 pools. Everything's spread out. It doesn't feel dense. It doesn't feel crowded. Even though the units are heavily rented and stayed in, everything's really spread out nicely to give everybody privacy and, you know, a chance to enjoy themselves. But if you have any specific questions about Ekahi or about any maybe off-market units you're looking for, you know, sometimes people are, you know, looking for different things or different price points. You know, it never hurts to ask. That's the only way we find off-market opportunities, is by knowing someone wants one, and then we go out and contact owners and see who's been considering selling. So that definitely helps us help our clients. So if you got any questions about Ekahi or, you know, any other condo complex in Wailea, including Ulua, or we've got Akolu back over here, and this was the third one, Akolu. But those are, you know, those are 3 great complexes, and I'll touch base on some of the other complexes in the future videos. But that's it for Ekahi today. And if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to reach out. My number is 808-214-4799, or you can send me an email at evan@mauieliteproperty.com. That's my website URL, mauieliteproperty.com. Be happy to answer those questions or help you out with anything you need. So have a wonderful day. Aloha.